Hello everybody, today we're doing part 2 of the Camp Verde, Arizona driving tour, and it's going to be just like I had picked you up in my car and we took a little drive around Camp Verde. In this video, part 2, we're going to go on some of the areas where we have a little more acreage, a little more spread out, and again, Camp Verde is very geographically spread out, so I had to cut this into 2 parts, and I still am not covering all of the areas of Camp Verde, but I think this will give you a pretty good understanding of what the area is about. So come join me on this ride through Camp Verde, Arizona. Alright, today we're doing part 2 of the Camp Verde driving tour that we did a couple of weeks ago, but this time we're kind of going into the more rural. I'm going to mostly take you on Quarterhorse Lane. Right now we are still driving in through the main part of town. As people get off the highway, a lot of travelers will stop here to go to Taco Bell, to get gas, to go to McDonald's or Burger King or Starbucks, Filiberto's, this kind of area that we're driving through right now. I wanted you to see that. Also on the left, we're going to soon be passing, there's a very nice mobile home park or manufactured home park in here called Verde Ranch Estates. Now the homes in here are not that old, so you can get a very nice newer manufactured home, but of course I want you to know that this is a park, and technically what a park means is you're paying a lot lease fee every month. You don't own the land, you only own the home, and you can see we're kind of passing that right now. Now the lot lease fee in Verde Ranch Estates right now is looking about $555-ish a month. We're passing Northern Arizona Healthcare. That's a little urgent care center right now. And of course the nice intersection here, but I wanted to get back to Verde Ranch Estates. I am seeing right now, and it's mid-July, late July 2024. There are some homes going between $115,000 and $230,000 in that mobile home park. But now I've just turned onto Quarterhorse Lane, and you can see now we're headed to, it's actually south of the 260. We're headed a little bit towards Mingus Mountain. Now you can see mountains middle of summertime, so there's no snow, but it does look very pretty in the winter when those are snow covered. I want you to see on the left, you do see this a lot of times in Camp Verde, you'll have a little bit of an industrial area as you're driving into the residential area, so you have to pass like a business that might have some trucks and some building supplies and some logs. You do occasionally see that here in Camp Verde. Now, I am about to pass a house on the right-hand side that is for sale. Just to give you a perspective of what real estate goes for, this home is on Quarterhorse. It's $635,000, which is actually quite a good price in this area. It's on 1 acre, just above 2,000 square foot. It does have either a barn or a garage, a couple outbuildings. I could get you information on that property if you're interested in. I do want you to know that this one won't allow you to see it unless you give the listing agent either a pre-qualification form or proof of funds. That does happen in real estate sometimes. That's just the seller's prerogative to want to only show those to pre-qualified buyers. But look at this area. I really like it. You can see there's still some fields left. Yes, there are fields left somewhere in Arizona, in the Valley of the Sun. There used to be many of those, not so many now, but here in Camp Verde, this area is nice because it's rural, big, beautiful, cottonwood trees, a lot of homes that have barns. Now, in Camp Verde, you don't really see any townhomes. There are some. There might be some townhomes or condos. It's mostly single-family homes, manufactured homes on their own land, or manufactured homes in the park. So again, this is still Quarterhorse. I kind of made a little turn around the corner. You could see, you know, nice. All of these are on acreage. Let me give you a little bit of the stats on the real estate market in Camp Verde as of, again, July 28th. I got these stats. The median list price in Camp Verde is $632,000. Price per square foot, $282 median. That's rent about $1,750 per month, and it's actually 31 market action index, which means it's a balance between buyer and seller's market. So again, I love this neighborhood. It's got the acreage, it's got the greenery, it's got those big white picket fences that we're passing. The houses are pretty nice. Now the population in Camp Verde is just over 12,000 residents. Now, last week's tour, which I'm going to put a link to it in the end, we drove by the high school, middle school, elementary school. So I'm going to give you a little bit of info about that. Now, I got these stats from niche.com. So hopefully they're up to date, but it was telling me, oh, and I just turned around. The elementary school has about 680 kids enrolled. The Camp Verde Middle School, about 365 kids enrolled, and the Camp Verde High School, about just under 500 kids enrolled. So very small schools. Now here I am about to pass a second house that was for sale, but it's pending. So it was pending. Look, isn't it cute? It's kind of got this little Victorian look to it. You might not think there's many of those in Arizona, but again, we're just passing that now. That had listed for $900,000, so we don't know until it closes what it actually sold for, but it had listed at $900,000. It's pending right now. It is 2,750 square feet, and it is on 2.3 acres. Now, the homes in here are on their own well, so I want you to keep that in mind, that if you would buy a home in here, you would want a well inspection. You'd want them to inspect both the well equipment and the water quality, but that's kind of what you can expect if you have a house in this rural community on acreage like that. So, cost of living index in Camp Verde is 114, which means it's about 14% higher cost of living to live in Camp Verde than the national average for the United States. There is about 14 inches of rain every year and 1 inch of snow every year. And the July high averages about 101 degrees, and the low in January averages about 27. Crime rate in Camp Verde, I got this again off niche.com. It put the crime rate for violent crime at 15.6, which is lower than the national average of like 22.7, and property crime about the same. It's at 39, whereas the national average is about 35.4. So that's what your crime stats are. Again, those data came from niche.com if you want to go there and explore a little more. I get a lot of my data from niche.com and bestplaces.net, and we are getting close to that first house I told you about that was for sale for $635,000. But again, this does give you a pretty good idea of what some of the rural communities in Camp Verde look like. Again, okay, here's the house for sale. See, it's kind of a cute house for $635,000. But this gives you an idea of what it looks like in some of the rural communities. I am going to have to do more than just part 1 and part 2 of Camp Verde, because Camp Verde is just so geographically spread out. I couldn't cover it all in one video, or it would be like 45 minutes. And probably next time I will go up Salt Mine Road, which is going to be very similar to this, where you have, you know, some rural neighborhoods. Again, my name is Dawn Dickinson. I am a realtor in northern Arizona. If you ever have a question about buying or selling real estate, please give me a call, text, email. My information is always in the my contact information is always in the description below. And please, if you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I post videos every single week about northern Arizona, so I hope to see you back on my channel again next week.